Welcome to Verbal One, and I'm your host, Big Verb, aka Scale_Nation on Twitter. If you're new to the channel, man, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, man. Make sure you don't miss none of the videos that I drop on Verbal One in the channel. If you're a loyal subscriber, I appreciate you staying locked in and keeping me in your subscriptions, guys. Staying down, it means a lot to me. Thank you so much. And guys, we're talking today about Kwame Brown, the big crazy story. We're giving the verbal warning out to Kwame Brown, Matt Barnes, and Steven Stat Jackson. Guys, we got to talk about this topic. It's such a hot topic. It's flaming. It's going crazy. And we're talking about it because Kwame Brown's reaching out to these guys and ranting on these guys. And these guys are trying to bring him in and talk about his mental state and saying different things about where they feel like they can step in and help this guy. But it's been plenty of years where they could have done this without him having to respond in the way that he's responding. I'm saying that Kwame Brown has all the right to respond and respond in the manner that he's responding in. And to speak on these guys personally, because after all the years of those guys using him as the joke of him being the #1 overall pick, and neither one of these guys have been star players, not to say that's been here or there, but to say, when does it stop? When does Kwame Brown defend his last name? When does Kwame Brown speak on behalf of his family? When does Kwame Brown say enough is enough? And a lot of guys saying that he's capitalized and this is a time for him to, use this to grow and make his platform bigger. But why not? If you're using your platform to talk down on him, it's just as much to gain. You guys talk about him, and even where it's gone from not being talented to saying he doesn't even deserve to be mentioned in basketball history. The conversation didn't ignite from them saying, who would they pick in the pickup game, rather it would be Gasol or rather it would be Kwame Brown. The conversation was saying his name should not even be spoke of out of a human's mouth. Out of Jeannie Buss's mouth, they shouldn't even have mentioned him on the show, which was a total insult. He probably has a son named Kwame Brown. We don't know what this man has going on. He has kids, and that's where it stops. That's where you guys have to give it a break, and that's why Kwame stepped up, and that's why we all are supporting those who are supporting Kwame Brown and saying, listen, if in society we want our black men to be looked at as somebody, other black men have to treat them as somebody as well. It doesn't have to have tragedy. It doesn't have to be a serious note for us to stand on that. And Steven Stat Jackson just marched with George Floyd's situation. It doesn't take for them to say something bad about George Floyd for him to say, hey, even though he did those things, he does not deserve to be the ass of the joke. Also, he doesn't deserve negative treatment. I put them all in the same category. I don't like to make videos where we divide, talk racial, but I feel like what Kwame Brown and where he's approaching this thing is right. A joke is a joke, but then it gets to a point where it becomes, come on, I can't even be mentioned. This guy had 12 years in the NBA. Something had to be great about it. I haven't done one day, and there's a lot of guys out there who couldn't even go out in the practice squad. Master P couldn't even do 2 years. We got to think about it. Kwame Brown did 12 years in the NBA. And it's just not because he's tall. There's tall guys all over the world. You got to understand that this guy has a family, he has a last name, and he has some principles to what he's saying in all of his lives and all of his rants. Kwame Brown is dropping a real message here. Stat is making him look kind of hypocritical because, the way that he's talked about the guy and then the way that he's handled the situation. Matt Barnes, it's a little deep there. I think there's history. Who knows? But I thank you guys for checking out Verbal One. And like I said, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know exactly how you feel about the channel. Let me know how you feel about the videos. Thank you guys. It's love. Verbal One and Big Verb.